This is our second stop on the Saigon street food tour. First stop being at D Chill, having a drink over there, and now we're at a restaurant. Now what you're looking at here is what's called Vietnamese Pancake. Now I know you're probably asking yourself, pancake, how could that be a pancake? Well, that's what it is. This is the Vietnamese version of pancake. And you know what? During my cooking class, one of my cooking class, I did get to make it in the Traque village up toward Hoi An. I was able to make it. And what you do, you put your ingredients and so forth, put it in the pot, the hot pot, like a frying pan, and then you put in like with a big spoon, one of those big ones, and you pour in the mixture, like the thick mixture that will make like a pancake. See, now look at her, how she's wrapping that. See? She's wrapping that. And all these wraps are made with some type of like rice, so you can eat them. You can dip, eat. So they serve us the Vietnamese pancake. It's a Vietnamese pancake, different from your pancake in the West, where you put like pancake syrup, like maple syrup and so forth. No, you don't have this. This is very different. See? There's a dip right there. That's how it is. So the lady there in the video you're looking at, she's a tall guy for the evening. Her name is Dahlia. So Dahlia was taking me around on the bike, on the scooter. I guess I call her fearless, to travel around and all that traffic and bring me back safely. Yeah, we did. We went to a few places. So this is like fried. You have to fry this. Like you put a pancake on a hot, like a hot frying pan or what have you. Kind of similar. And you have your batter, butter, and you pour it in, and so forth. She's taking a picture there, me and her. I could see myself there, and her. Yeah, so maybe one of these days she will run into this video, but I'm sure she does a lot of tour. Taking people on the tour. I did write up under Best Price Travel. I think that's the name of the company, Best Travel. And let me see here, get the name correct. Yeah. And I did mention her. I say, if you're going on a tour, maybe you should check her out. Yeah, the Best Price Travel. I went to Trustpilot. That's where you write reviews on different companies and so forth. So on Trustpilot, I wrote a review on Best Price Travel, because what happened, there was a lot involved, a lot of logistics, like taking different flights and so forth, and everything went as planned. So I figure I I'm gonna write it's like maybe like over a month since I got back. It took me to write that, because I had so much stuff going on here. But I eventually got to write and wrote up my review. A Trust Pilot on Best Price. Yeah. Best Price Travel. And Best Price Travel, they cover Vietnam and Thailand. But as I see, they're based in Vietnam, because when I was going on to the Mekong Delta, the van we were in, they passed right by their office. Their office is not that far from Ben Thanh Market. You walk past Ben Thanh, you make a right, you go down one of those streets there, you see them right there. I say, look at that. Isn't that interesting? Best Price Travel. They're right there. Yeah. So that's good. She's eating. When I was in Hanoi and I went on a tour, we had the street food tour. We had Lynn. This was a walking tour where you go to different restaurants. And she said she used to eat on tour, but she stopped. She gained about 10 kilograms in weight. And then I think what happened, she has to go home and eat with her family. So she put on the weight. Yeah. Well, this shouldn't be an issue, because this lady here, Dahlia, she probably didn't eat anything, so she's eating, and she doesn't look like she's worrying about putting on weight. Some people have that metabolism, where they can eat. There's a lady staying here by me from Thailand, and she eats a lot. I've never seen one person eat like that, and she's skinny. And it's like it's like that's a sin. I mean, if you eat that much, you're supposed to gain weight, right? And if you don't gain weight, that should be a sin. Yep. That should be a sin. Because look at all these people who eat a little and they gain weight. They gotta pay money and what have you for weight loss programs. That's not the case. So look at the different stuff she has there, right? All the greens. Look at the leaves and so forth. See? So part of the Vietnamese diet is adding green stuff. Lots of greens. And they eat with the chopstick. So some years ago, I had a Vietnamese girlfriend. Yeah, going back, that's like maybe 10 years. Yeah, probably 10, maybe a little more than 10 years. Anyway, she told me due to the influence of China, if you look at a map, you see Vietnam is right below China. And China was in Vietnam for hundreds of years. So sometimes you may look at some Vietnamese, you may not be able to tell the difference. But anyway, she said that they learned to eat with the chopsticks from the Chinese. Before the Chinese came, they used to eat with their hands. That was it. Now that sounds kind of simplistic. You know, it's like, wait a minute, how could you say you eat with your hands? You know, when you think in terms of like a spoon and a fork, that looks so simple, right? I mean, forget about the metal part, but you can make that kind of stuff. You know, you could probably make it from hard straw, maybe. The spoon and the fork. But she said, yeah, before the Chinese came, they ate by hand. And then after, they started using the chopstick. They learned that from the Chinese. And they used to use the Chinese characters too. The way the Chinese write, that's what they used. Until the French came, the colonial French. And if you notice the Vietnamese language, it stands out from all the other Asian languages and so forth. When you look at the Vietnamese written language, it's like, wow, you know, you could tell it's Vietnamese. Yeah. It doesn't look like any other language because it uses like the similar letters and so forth, you know, that they, like we use, like the A, B, C, D, those letters like that, and they have like different accents and so forth. Yeah. So that's what they switched to. The French switched their language. So I have to say the French must have had a lot of time in their hand to switch from the characters, and they adopted the Roman system. The only thing, when you look at the Vietnamese language, they have these different, the accents and the letters. Some of the letters have like an accent, like could be going right, could be going up, could be going left, and so forth. So you have to really know what you're doing if you try to write in Vietnamese. And the pronunciation too might not be what you probably think it is. Yeah. So she and I, we having a conversation there. It's a good thing our mic is not working. You hear everything. What she's saying. And then she tell me you eat more. Since I left there, I lost weight. Because I was eating a totally different diet from the Western diet. You know, look at all those like green leaves and so forth. Look how she's able to maneuver that chopstick and eat with a chopstick. I'm using my hand to dip. I can eat with chopstick too. Like one of the videos before in the karaoke, you see me eating with chopstick. When I sat down to eat, there were chopsticks there and I ate with it. So this is a clear up video here. You can see it well. Only thing, the audio is missing because there was a problem. Yeah. So this restaurant looks like it's a busy restaurant there. You see people back and forth. They look like they got one of those air conditioners, portable. Cause that city gets sticky. But I think Bangkok, Thailand is much hotter. Woo! You walk around there, you're burning up. I went to the zoo, the Saigon Zoo, and it was so hot I was sweating. Wow. Yeah. Too bad I missed some of this conversation that I was having with Dahlia. I see a fan turning in the background there. I guess I'm making a point. She's listening intently. And keep in mind, this is the first stop. When I say the first stop actually was the one with the drink. That was a bar. But this is the first restaurant stop. Restaurant where you sit down to eat something. So after this we head to another restaurant. I think there were like 3 restaurants. One of the stop was an ice cream stop, but she mentioned coconut ice cream, and I asked, well, is it going to be the real coconut ice cream with the coconut milk in the ice cream, or they're just going to shave coconut and put on top ice cream? That happened to me. I'm not sure. I don't remember it was Thailand or Vietnam, but that's not what I call coconut ice cream. If I eat coconut ice cream, the coconut milk gotta be in the ice cream itself. Anyway, so I see we coming to the end of this video. So I'll catch you in the next video where I'll be eating from probably another restaurant. You take care.